Good morning, Belton High School. I'm Tanner Strife.
And I'm Jayla Steinman.
And you're watching
Cutlass TV News. Here's a preview of the wrestling season by Samantha LaValle and Savannah Truitt.
Wrestling season has officially started for Belton High School. Here is senior Andrew Richmond and sophomore Andrew Gamble to tell us more about their preparations and hopes for this year.
During this season, I'm expecting a lot more kids to wind up making it to state. We have a lot more upcoming sophomores and juniors that are improving a lot as the season's going on, so I'm expecting a pretty good year this year. I think that the view of wrestling has changed a lot. Like, whenever I started as a freshman, wrestling was more of a, I guess, not as big of a sport as football or basketball, but since I started here at high school, a lot more kids come to watch the meets, parents come to support us. It's more of an actual sport rather than just an after-school activity. To prepare for the first meet, well, we could all make weight. But next season, I think that just toughening up the freshmen and making the sophomores a little bit better by next year, I mean, we'll have a really good team.
I think we're going to be successful, and I think we'll be able to win a lot of duels. We got a different head coach this year. We had a different head coach last year who was Coach Brewer. I think we just got to watch our weight and stay ready.
With Samantha LaValle, I'm Savannah Truitt for Cutlass TV News.
Carter's AP Lit class completed a breakout box. Here's a story by Isaac Peterson, Brian Reyes, and Andrew Phillips.
AP Lit students took part in an activity called AP Breakout, put together by Mr. Carter and Miss Ferguson. Victor Ortiz explains the activity.
The goal during the AP Breakout was to get open one of the prize boxes so we could get our first pick for what our next book was going to be for the challenge. To open those locks, you had to solve a bunch of riddles, puzzles, and extra information around the library.
We asked Teo Johnson what he learned from the AP Breakout activity.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. It's like I like to be competitive, and I was with a buddy of mine that really likes to be competitive too. So I mean, when you're together, you really like to try to beat the other teams, you know, and also like beat the box. It's also the teams, but like beating the box is it's really fun.
Teo and Victor give their opinion on whether or not the activity was challenging to them.
Relative to the one that we had before this, it was pretty darn easy. It was challenging enough on its own, so I don't think it needs to go too much harder. But the first one was way too challenging. This one was a lot more reasonable.
I mean, if I had more time, I would have got it done, but it was just time constraint.
With Brian Reyes and Isaac Peterson, I'm Andrew Phillips with Cutlass TV News.
Here's a story by Noe Sosa and Sarah Bell.
The BHS Concert Choir is one of the top 8 finalists in the 99.7 The Point $5,000 Christmas Choir Contest. Their recording of Glow by Eric Whitaker was played on the radio. We spoke to Mr. Stuck about the contest.
The contest is put on by 99.7 The Point, and KC Metro area choirs, I think in like 4 counties, could submit a recording, and they chose the top 8 for a $5,000 donation to your music program. We did it in November, so we worked on the song then, and then the really tough part is making a recording that you like and want to submit it. So we spent about 2 or 3 rehearsals making recordings, and then finally deciding which one to use and that kind of thing. We have a group of students. There are 2 choirs going to Chicago this year on a performance trip, and it'll go towards that performance trip.
We then talked to senior Kaylee Gaston.
I think the contest is a really cool experience. You get to kind of have a feel for all the other schools and how their choirs are progressing, as well as compare yourself to them. And it's kind of nerve-wracking because we've been in the top 4 before in past years and we haven't quite won, so it's a little
Okay.
Well, if we win the contest, we get the $5,000, and that's going to go towards helping us pay for our Chicago trip that we're taking in April, and we're going to Chicago and performing. It's going to be lit.
You can vote for them by texting Pirates to 72881. They will choose the top 4 on Monday. The finalists will perform for judges on December 10th. With Noe Sosa, I'm Sarah Bell for Cutlass TV News.
Here's Sam and Sav's Sports Report.
I'm Savannah Truitt. I'm Samantha Valley. And this is Sam and Staff Sports Report.
This week, Pirate Wrestling kicked off their season with their first duel against Grandview with varsity winning 72-6.
Girls Swim also began their season with a meet in which they won 9 out of 11 races.
The Lady Pirates were up against Truman, Lincoln Prep, Grandview, William Chrisman, Van Horn, and East.
Last Tuesday, girls basketball lost to Blue Springs South 24-60.
And this Tuesday, boys basketball won against Rolla 73-58.
Tune in next time for Sam and Staff Sports Report.
Thanks for watching Belton High School.
Make sure to tune in next week.
And as always, carve